We're going live. Here we go. We're live. Can you hear me now? Hello. If you can hear me and you're on this live, please do me the kindness of giving me the thumbs up emoji or a heart or something like that. It's Matt Dubiel. Let me scoot. Oh, I got to scoot this way. Ba-ba-ba. Da-da-da. Hi. Okay. I'm assuming that you can hear me. I'm going to assume that you can hear me as you come in here. I'm hoping that you will give me a thumbs up and let me know that you can hear me okay, because we have the microphone, we have the camera. Just want to make sure the software is functioning, and I'm going to give this a second to happen. But I got some things. We have some T-shirts for those who are interested. Many people are asking, how can I get my hands on a T-shirt? The simple way, the simple answer, the simple solution there is text shirt to this number. That's the number, 312-847-1987. It's a Chicago area code. It's a suburban area code, and it's maybe the last year things were normal in Illinois, 1987. My name is Matt Dubiel. I'm running for United States Senate, and I'm waiting to get a haircut. So my mother is a trained and licensed and retired beautician. She's here cutting my son's hair, and then she's going to cut my hair. So I have some time to talk with you about a few things. And so one of those things is some housekeeping stuff. I just want to let you know that these are available. Now, to anybody who wants one, please text the number 312-847-1987, and we will make arrangement, and then text shirt and what size you want. See, I need a haircut. That's thing number one. These are very important because these are the way that people will see that something's going on. I wore one of these shirts to the Naperville Memorial Day Parade. Beautiful parade. Fantastic display of community and patriotism and support for our fallen vets and for the community. And it was a wonderful parade, lots of marching bands. And these bands were tight and they sounded great. And they've had a lot of practice and not a lot of marching to do these last couple of years because America was closed down by the government. So when I wore this shirt to the parade, people were talking to me. Some people said, "Hey, Matt, I've seen your stuff. I've seen you online." Some people just saw the Dick and Duck thing on the back and said, "I'm with you." So we live in a world where people change their Facebook profile image and people change their social media masthead, and they change it for causes that are important. This is the way that you can share with the world, our world, that you are ready for a change, and the change is Dubiel for Senate. So if you're interested in that, please text me 312-847-1987. That's thing number one. And we have tons of sizes. We have smalls, mediums, larges. We just got 2X, 4X. We don't have a lot of those big sizes. We have the most in the basic sizes. Thing number one. Thing number two, there is a forum today in Lake County, a United States Senate forum in Lake County, and I'll be attending. I don't know how many candidates will be attending, but I would assume that at least a few others will be there. I hope they're all there, and I hope you get a chance to see this forum. I did an interview with Sean Thompson last week on AM 560. Sean does the afternoon show on AM 560, The Answer, and he asked me, is there going to be a debate? Will it be televised? And the answer is yes, there have been many forums, not an official debate. They tried to shy away from that stuff, but the forums have not been televised. We've videotaped them. I videotape them with my phone or backup phones or something, and I post them online. But for the most part, these forums are not televised. So if you care about what's going on in your country and you care about these offices that are up for election June 28th, which is the primary, it's incumbent upon you, the people, we, the people, to get involved. So I want to let you know that there's a forum tonight, actually this afternoon at 4:00 in Lake County. And you can just Google Lake County Gala Forum. I don't know if it's open to the public or not. If it isn't, I think that's a problem. I think the forum probably should be. There's a dinner afterward, a gala dinner that they're charging $150 for. I don't know if that's per person or per couple. I'm not going to the dinner. I'm going up there to participate in the forum, and then I'm coming back home. So that's one forum. Okay, there's a second forum this week for Senate candidates, and it's at 10 a.m. on a farm in McHenry County. So if you just Google like forum on the farm or candidates on the farm or something like that, or you look at my Facebook feed or my Instagram feed, I've probably shared something about it. But the Senate portion of that forum is at 10 a.m. I will record as much of those things as I can and post them as I always do, so you can see all the candidates. And then we typically will take the segments that I answer and chop those up so you can see my answers on their own. But we will share those forums with you. But if you can be involved in those forums as a spectator, for example, the one tonight in Lake County at 4:00, when I asked them what the process is for that forum, they responded and they said that the forum is run by a guy named Mark. I'm looking for it here. And Mark is going to, I think he has a position with the Lake County GOP. And Mark will be going through the audience and the spectators at the forum and asking questions that the audience submits. And so if you have questions for these people that are running to be your elected official, this is the time to get those questions out. If you're on this, would you do me a favor, please? And would you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay? And if you can, would you share this, please, on your feed? So forum tonight at 4:00 in Lake County. Questions from the audience, questions from the community, but there's got to be a community there. Otherwise, they're going to make the questions up and they'll ask whatever they want to ask. If you have questions and you have comments and concerns about America, your country, it would be good for you to be involved if you're up that way, if you can. I know it's last minute, but it's their job to promote these forums. It's my job to go to the forum and participate, but I want to make sure that you're aware of it. 4:00 today in Lake County. The second forum this week is at a farm in McHenry County. And that one is at 10 a.m. And I'm pretty sure that one's pretty wide open. And a lot of other candidates for other offices will be at this farm throughout the day in McHenry County. And so it may be something that you'd like to check out if you are plugged into and dialed into what's going on in our country. Thank you for the shares and thank you for the thumbs up. So that's two things. Thing three, Dan and Amy. Dan and Amy are the morning show on AM 560, The Answer. And I will be a guest on with Dan and Amy tomorrow morning at, tomorrow is June 2nd. I will be on with Dan and Amy tomorrow morning at 8:35. I will be in studio. I'm just going to go there rather than call in because I like to see people in person. And I want to give them some shirts, whether they want them for themselves or they want them for, people in the audience want them, whatever, or people that come by. I would like to give you one of these shirts also. If you've helped us with petitions or any sort of volunteerism and you've already assisted us in any way, I will just give you one of these, no problem. If you haven't helped yet, but you would like to help by wearing one of these, I will also just give you one of these. We ask that everyone consider please donating to my campaign. You can do that at mattdubiel.com, mattdubiel.com, or dubiel4senate.com. Those are the two places you could do that. But I want people to have these because what people do in this day and age is they change their profile image and they put a ribbon or a banner on your profile image. People do it for the ice bucket challenge, or they do it for some cause. What I'm finding, and other candidates are finding in this election cycle, is people are not doing it for America. People are not doing it to save our country. We're running into a lot of people across Illinois that are fed up with the way things are going in Illinois. They've had it up to here, and they engage and have conversations with me and other candidates, and then they go home and they stay quiet because they feel like maybe there's not a ton of people to talk to about it. I'm here to tell you, this we the people, we the parents thing, parents, there's more parents like you than you know. And it's because we're quiet that we're staying quiet. So this will give you an opportunity. You could put this on and wear it someplace, and people will talk to you and they'll say something. And then that will give you an opportunity to be more open. Or you could share a picture of the shirt on your social media. You can wear it when you're mowing the lawn. You can wear it to a parade. You could do whatever you feel like doing, but it will open up the conversation. And it's the equivalent to changing your profile image on Facebook in real life by taking this out and wearing this. So I want to make sure I give these to as many people as want them. You can text the number 312-847-1987, 312-847-1987. You could paint your house in it. You could clean the house in it. You don't have to be seen necessarily, but if you're willing to be seen and you're willing to share what's going on and that fact that we have an election, that would be helpful. Okay, so we did the forum today. Told you about the forum. There's one today in Lake County at 4 o'clock. There's another forum on the farm Saturday at 10 a.m. Sunday, I'm speaking with a group of patriots and other candidates in Dundee at Graffelman Park. And that event starts at noon. It's a long one. It starts at noon and it goes till 4 o'clock. There will be a lot of people speaking. They told me I'm going to talk for 10 minutes. That could change based on their roster and how many people they have. But I will be there if you want to join us there. So today at 4 o'clock in Lake County, Saturday at 10 a.m. in McHenry, Sunday in Dundee, West Dundee at Graffelman Park. That starts at noon. If you want details or any information on any of that stuff, you can text me directly, 312-847-1987. Okay, so, and what do I mean by the revolution will not be televised? That's sort of a cliche that gets tossed around a lot, but it's true. This race, United States Senate, there are 7 candidates running for United States Senate. All 7 of us will be whittled down to one person 21 days after the election. June 28th is the primary election. You get to pick who faces Tammy Duckworth. There's one person that can beat Tammy Duckworth. There's one person that will take the Democrat Party and their politics and their woke policies to task in every way, shape, or form. That's Matt Dubiel. There's one person that will call that party out as being the party of late-term abortion, defunding the police. The Democrat Party is the party of late-term abortion. The Democrat Party is the party of defunding the police. The Democrat Party is the party of crime, high crime, terrible crime. It's a school shooting in slow motion every weekend in Chicago. It's worse. It's a mass shooting in slow motion every weekend in Chicago. And the people that are doing it are not law-abiding citizens. They're criminals, gangbangers, drug dealers. And there's a lot of turf wars happening in Chicago. The cops need to be allowed to do their job. The politics need to be taken out of the policing. The prosecuting needs to be done. And the Democrat Party is the party of defunding the police and high crime. The Democrat Party is the party of wasteful spending. The Democrat Party is the party of late-term abortion, defunding the police, and hyperinflation. Energy dependence is due to the Democrat Party. We are dependent on other countries now because of the Democrat Party. So there's one person that is going to systematically and in a focused way attack the problems facing America. And it's this guy here, Matt Dubiel. It's this guy that I'm hoping you'll go, hey, Matt is my guy, and I will wear this shirt proudly, or I'll give it to somebody that will wear it proudly. And I will let people know that these two clowns must go. I will let everybody know that these two clowns have got to go. They've got to go, okay? And I'll like them. It's the Democrat Party that is the party of shutting down funerals and weddings and all that is right and good in our lives while keeping liquor stores and casinos open. It's the Democrat Party that is the party of insurrection that allowed BLM, Antifa, and other criminal Marxist organizations that all should be investigated. They let them destroy our cities. They let them destroy our country. And now it's the Democrat Party that wants to come for our Second Amendment protected firearms. The Second Amendment is not for hunting. The Second Amendment is not just for personal protection. The Second Amendment is to make sure that we, the people, are armed so that if we need to, we can protect ourselves against a tyrannical government or other governments. The Second Amendment is an issue of national security. America is not and has not physically ever been invaded from a military standpoint, and it will never be as long as we have a robust Second Amendment and citizens that are armed. Why? Because China, Russia, Canada, Mexico, every country in the world, every government in the world knows the Americans have firearms. The citizens are armed. They can immediately flip the switch, and the citizens are the well-armed militia of the United States of America. We immediately become sheriffs. We immediately become military. We immediately become the defenders of our freedom in the United States of America. And if you try and take that away like they're trying to do in Canada, and you try and take it away like they did in China, and you try and take it away like they did in these various other communist regimes, it's going to result in the end of America, which leads to the end of freedom around the world. So the Democrat Party is the party against the Constitution, against the Bill of Rights, for evil. And that is the message that needs to be taken hard after the primary. I'm the guy to take that message. Now, if you don't think that's the message and you don't think I'm the guy, then you probably shouldn't watch this and definitely don't share it. But if you do, you got to share this, and you got to vote, and you got to get involved, and you got to get activated. And you have to get these in people's hands so they see something and they get involved and they vote with us, because there will be no red wave without you and I. There will be no red wave in November unless there is activation now in June. And June 28th is Election Day. It's the Tuesday before the 4th of July. A lot of people are going to be distracted. We need to wake them up. We need to get them out of it. This is one of the ways we start doing that. Some of these videos are some of the ways we start doing that. You sharing this video on your feed is a way to do that. And we have to get active now. That's what's at stake right now. Rick Fulmer says, I support you, Matt Dubiel. You're the man to replace Duckworth. Yes, sir. Thank you. Jim Leapart says, we the people are a well-regulated militia. Amen. Come and take it. We will not stand by. That's right. Shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed. The Democrat Party, Tammy Duckworth and Dick Durbin, are the party of abortion. They're not the party of keeping people safe. Okay? While they shut down the government and said they want to keep people safe and they want to keep us safe, 45,000 abortions occurred in Illinois every single year. 45,000 every single year. And the number is climbing. That happens every single year while you're making people wear masks to keep them safe. So that party, that regime, that mindset is lying to the American people. They're lying to we the people, and they're lying to we the parents. Somebody has to keep us safe from the people keeping us safe. And that's what I'm offering to do, is represent we the people. We have to get active now. So if you want one of these, if you're willing to volunteer in any way, please text me 312-847-1987. Okay, back to some fun stuff, because I know that stuff is serious and heavy. And I understand that it's something that not a lot of us want to have to deal with. But if you put your head in the sand, which is what America is doing right now, what happens when you put your head in the sand? Your butt is facing up in the air, and you're going to take it up the keister if you don't pay attention. So we can't put our heads in the sands. Heads in the sands mean our butts are in the air, and we don't want to take it in the keister anymore. We've been doing that for the last few years. We're taking it on the chin in every way, in our schools, at our border, in our pocketbook, at the grocery store. Our food supply chains are burning to the ground. Somebody's burning the Kraft plant in Naperville. Somebody's burning a chicken farm in Minnesota. People are burning grain plants. And then they're saying that the supply chain is in Russia and Ukraine are the reasons for our food shortages and price increases. America is under attack from within. And it's our government. It's the people in charge. It's the media. And we are sitting there watching it happen in slow motion. Just watching it. Some of us are getting busy. And you don't have to do what some of us are doing and willing to do. You don't have to. But we do need you to get engaged from a voting perspective and from an advocacy perspective. So if it's as simple as getting you a free t-shirt to wear a shirt that gets people woke up, not woke, but woke up. This is what it takes. This is what we'll do. Yard signs are coming this week. We have another 1,000 coming in. We keep running out. So if you want a yard sign, text me 312-847-1987. If you can get 50 yard signs out, text me 50 yard signs and we'll get you 50 so that you can disperse them. We need to duplicate ourselves. We need to get better, bigger, faster, and stronger before June 28th. I'm amping everything up. We're amping up our commercials on 890 WLS. Somebody said, get on WLS. Oils of Asgard said, get on 890 WLS. We're on there. We're running commercials. They're getting amped up. Call radio shows, please, and ask them to have me on as a guest. So I'll be on with Dan and Amy on 560 The Answer. And that is Thursday, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. They all blend together after a while. Please share this if you're on this right now. Please share this. There's a lot of people watching, and we need you to share this. So I'll be on with Dan and Amy tomorrow morning at 8:35. Please call. Call before I'm on. Call while I'm on. Call after I'm on. Call and let them know. Call and let other radio shows know what you're fed up with and what you think the solutions are. And in some cases, the solutions are, hey, we need somebody to represent us better. And Matt will do that. Matt's not going to fix it, can't fix it all, but I can talk about it, bring attention to it, and I can do everything I can. I can defund Planned Parenthood by not voting for Planned Parenthood. I can bring awareness to some of these VA issues. I'm meeting with, I got a vet I'm meeting with. He's telling me that they're not getting water when they were in Iraq. They didn't have drinking water provided by us. So we're sending $40 billion to Ukraine. More than that, really. It's probably over $100 billion by now. But just another new batch of $40 billion we're sending to Ukraine. Our military, when they were in Iraq, some of them weren't able to get clean drinking water. So much so that this veteran of ours has a problem permanently with his eye because of a parasite from drinking unclean water, because they had to find water on their own. They had to find plates to shove into their protective vests because they didn't have enough plates to protect our soldiers, our American military. And now we're sending $40 billion to the Ukraine, and we don't know what they're doing with it. As Jack Lombardi would say, I want receipts. So thank you, Rick. Thank you, Jim. Jim says, I'll wear one every day to work 7 days a week. Okay, we'll get you a handful of them, Jim. Thank you. So these are the ones that we have the most of, and we will get more. So if you donate at mattdubiel.com, and anybody that donates, what we use that money for is I'll just put it in to buy more stuff, and then we'll just keep getting more. So we'll get the cost of shirts down. We'll get the cost of signs down, and I will buy more with that stuff. I'm not wasting a lot of money on anything. We're just doing this very methodically. So any donation helps. Anybody wearing these helps. We appreciate it. Okay, on to, I think pretty soon I'm going to be getting my haircut. So I'm going to wrap it up quickly, but I want to share some summer reading. Okay, this is for kids, little kids, but kids of all ages. I said I was going to talk about the Lake County Forum. That's at 4 o'clock today if you can participate. The Farm Forum in McHenry is at 10 a.m. for Senate candidates. That is at 10 a.m. on the farm in McHenry. And then Sunday is an event in Dundee. And that event in Dundee is at noon at Graffelman Park. Okay, so 3 events, 3 opportunities, not only to see me speak, but you can see all the candidates. I always encourage everyone, check out all 7 candidates. Don't take my word for it. Find the candidate that embodies everything that you think needs to be fixed and everything you think is wrong with what's going on and everything that you think needs to be done for we the people. Everyone should look at all the candidates. So you have an opportunity to do that in Lake County at 4 o'clock today. You're going to have an opportunity to do that in McHenry at 10 a.m. for Senate candidates on Saturday. And then I will be at this event in West Dundee. I don't know if other Senate candidates will, but you'll have a period of time to check many candidates out this week. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of coffee, and then I'm going to tell you about these great books for your kids for this summer. Some of them will change their lives. Some of them might change your lives. We need to read these more often. And the best part of these is they're conservative books to some. They're just books for everybody, but you could spin this as being a conservative book. You could spin all of these as being conservative books. And it's really not even about being conservative. It's just about having common sense. Thanks, Tom Farr. Matt has solutions. We need him in Washington, D.C. Yes, and back here at home. So summer reading book number 1, to keep it fun, The Little Red Hen. The Little Red Hen is maybe one of the most important. You could come in here, one of the most important books any kid can read and any parent can read. This is about working. This book is about getting work done. What's up? We'll just come on in now. Yeah, like, no, everyone wants to see you now.
No, nobody wants
to. Yeah, all these people want to see you. No, I'm just kidding. Just come on. What's up?
No, I want to talk to you about something else.
Look, I'm talking about books now. I was just talking to him. Say hello.
Hi. Good luck.
Thanks. So the Little Red Hen. The Little Red Hen does all the work, gathers the grain, separates the wheat from the chaff, does all the work. Nobody will help the Little Red Hen do the work. So then the Little Red Hen makes the bread. And then guess what happens? Everybody wants to come and get some of that bread. This book is about work. This book is a cornerstone for what it is to be American, what it is to be a man, what it is to be a woman, and what it is to have some backbone. This is, it's a kid's book, but it's so much more than that. These books are a foundation for a way of thinking and a way of life. What's the number one thing we all hear from people? Nobody wants to work, because this is what it's about. And the Little Red Hen's sitting there with the bread, and everybody comes afterward. The pig and the cat, and oh, I smell some delicious bread. And the Little Red Hen says, hey, listen, I worked to make this bread, and you cats were laying in the shade, and you guys weren't doing anything. And I was working, and I was making the bread. I was making the bread. So now I'm going to eat the bread, and I'm not giving you any bread. And some people might say, oh, well, we have to be charitable. And yes, the poor will always be among us. So I'm not saying that we shouldn't be charitable and we shouldn't be nice to people. But the cat wasn't laying in the shade because the cat was disabled. The cat wasn't laying in the shade because the cat couldn't help. The cat was lazy. That lazy cat doesn't get the bread. The Little Red Hen is a book for your kids of all ages. And some of the parents should probably read this. Okay, so that's book number 1 in the Matt Dubiel Let's Save America Summer Reading Program. Matt Dubiel's Let's Save America Summer Reading Program. Book number 2 is a children's book. And this one goes back to my childhood in Westmont. This was my favorite We had a hardcover of this. My favorite book. It's similar to the Little Red Hen. Except this one is about soldiers. The soldiers come knocking on the doors of the neighborhood, and they're hungry. They don't have any food. And they're asking the neighbors in the neighborhood, hey, you have a biscuit? Do you have anything we could eat? Everybody says no. Nobody will give them anything. So two sides of a similar spectrum, okay? So in one case, you have the lazy cat that won't do anything while the red hen is doing all the work. In this scenario, you have soldiers, and the soldiers are going door to door asking for some help and some food, and the people won't budge. They're being stingy. So what did the soldiers do? The soldiers go get a cauldron, they fill it up with water, they build a fire underneath it, and they put a stone in the cauldron, and they start stirring it. And they get started. And before you know it, everybody's looking around. What's in the pot? What's in the cauldron? And the soldiers are like, oh, well, we're making stone soup. Oh, stone soup? What's stone soup? Well, it's delicious. You're going to love it. Come join us. And then once people see something is happening, once people see that it's begun, once they see the fire was built under the cauldron and the cauldron was placed on top and the water was put in the cauldron and the stone in the soup and somebody stirring it, once that happens, the people start getting involved. And now they come up and somebody brings some onions. They found some onions magically. Somebody else brings some potatoes. Before you know it, the musicians form a band and the whole village is having a party. Why? They didn't have the supplies before. They were stingy before because somebody got started, because the idea was built. The fire was built, the cauldron was placed on the fire, the water was placed on the fire, and people believed that there was something there to be a part of. When you're trying to make something happen, whether it's a campaign, a movement, start a business, it's all very difficult in the beginning, and you'll find nobody wants to help you. Just like when you're baking the bread, you're going to find nobody wants to help bake the bread. They want to lay in the shade. These people want to hide in their house. But if you build the fire and you put the cauldron on the fire and you put the water in the cauldron and you put the stone in the water and you start stirring it, and you get them to believe and you get them to buy into what you're building, then they come. And then they start contributing their own ingredients. Stone soup, reading book, summer book reading material number 2 for the Save America Summer Reading Program. Save America Summer Reading Program, book number 2, Stone Soup by Marsha Brown. This one is big, maybe the best. And all you people that are trying to do something, run for office, start a business, whatever it is, you're waiting for people to jump on board. They're not going to jump on board until you build the fire and put the cauldron on the fire and fill it up with water and put the stone inside. That's what it takes to get the people to buy in. Believe me, I'm living it. Until they see the yard signs and until they see the shirts and until they see that you're out there and they see what you're doing, and then even then, they still don't come around. There's still a lot of them that are hesitant, but you got to keep stirring it. You got to keep stirring it and adding ingredients. And before you know it, at the end of the book, they have a massive party. Everybody's hungry. Everybody eats. There's more than enough for everybody. Stone Soup is book number 2 for kids of all ages, especially the little ones, in the Save America Summer Reading Program. Save America Summer Reading Program. Okay. This is the last kids book, last book of all ages. Oops, I have cards in here from graduation because I got this for graduation. This is perhaps my favorite of them all. It's very popular for graduation, but it's all the places you'll go, okay? Now, it's Dr. Seuss, so you may have a tough time getting this. You may have a tough time finding this book, but it's worth finding because it talks about bumps in the road, talks about the waiting game. And the biggest and best part of this book is the waiting game. And I bring this up to people that are on my staff, to my children, anybody who ever has been told to wait for something or told, oh, I'm waiting on somebody to call me back. I'm waiting on word from so-and-so. Thanks, Tom. You're an inspiration. You're an inspiration, Tom Farr. If you need hardwood floors, don't go too far. Tom Farr is the florist you need. Get floored with Farr. I have his number on my Facebook page. I can share it with you. You could text me if you're looking for hardwood work. He does hardwood, and he's the best there is in many ways. So he's the guy. The Places You'll Go, The Waiting Game, is the one that I share the most. I'm just going to read you a segment of this, okay? The Waiting Place. Here's why the waiting place is bad. And this is where America is stuck right now. So this is book number 3 in the Save America Summer Reading Program from Matt Dubiel for United States Senate. Oh, the Places You'll Go. Okay. Oh, the Places You'll Go from Dr. Seuss. Probably wasn't a real doctor. I don't care. He wrote some great books, and this is a great book. The Waiting Place. This is where America is stuck. This is where we have to get everybody out of now, because we got here and it's hard to get out. That's why you don't want to go to the waiting place. The waiting place is for people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or a phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. This is America, my friends, right now. The waiting place. Everyone is just waiting. Are you sick of waiting? I'm sick of waiting. I don't wait. Matt waits for no man. Time waits for no man. Matt Dubiel waits for no man. And here's what it says in the Dr. Seuss book. No, that's not for you. The waiting place is not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where the boom bands are playing. This book is the one that you got to read to your kids, or you got to read when you're an adult or a teenager, to remind you what's important and how it works and how simple it is. The waiting place is not for you. It's not for me. It's not for any of us. We're stuck in a waiting place. Our leaders, our representatives are in a waiting place. They're leading us away from the good places we'll go. They're leading us away from the place where the boom bands are playing. I saw the boom bands playing. They were playing in the parade in Naperville on Memorial Day, and they weren't waiting. They were ready to go. Book number 3 for kids of all ages in the Save America Summer Reading Program with Matt Dubiel is Oh, the Places You'll Go. So you got 3. You got Stone Soup, Oh, the Places You'll Go, and The Little Red Hen. Okay. This is the stuff they should be reading in school on a regular basis. As teenagers, as young children, as adults, as parents, these are the books. I keep them in my desk drawer right here. Keep them right in this drawer. And I keep them there because I want to refer to them often. Now I'm going to give you 3 different books, and I'm not going to go into them in as much detail. Okay. But these are the books every high school student should be reading. Every junior high school student should be reading. If you want your kid to read something this summer and you don't know what to read, go to Half Price Books or Books A Million or a garage sale or even Goodwill and get The Richest Man in Babylon. Okay? It's not about being rich. It's by George Clason. It's not about being rich. It's about handling money. And they don't teach your kids how to handle money. Most parents don't know how to handle money, let alone the schools. The schools definitely don't know how to handle money. They mishandle money. The school districts, the school boards, the government mishandles money. This book is about money and how money works. Every student, every junior high student should read this, and it's not very thick. You'll see. I mean, this is like, you could read this in one day. Pay your kid to read this. Give them $50 to read this book. This book could save their life. This book could keep them out of bankruptcy. This book could make sure they have a retirement plan. The Richest Man in Babylon. Required reading in the Save America Summer Reading Program. Why? Because America's in debt. The average American has less than $5,000 in their savings account. I think it's actually far lower than that. The middle class is on life support in America, and it's because they don't know how to handle money. So the middle class needs to know how to handle money. The low income class, whatever you call them. I don't really like to put people in those groups, but people that are low income need to learn how to handle money. This is the way. They don't give them this book in school. Every kid should get a copy of this book. If you don't have it, you don't have the money to read it, let me know. I'll loan you my copy. Just give it back to when you're done. Books A Million, you could get it at half price books. The Richest Man in Babylon. It's not about being rich. It's about money. Okay. That's everybody's book. This is the next book everybody needs to read in junior high and high school. I would have this book be part of the reading curriculum. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It sounds like something a politician would recommend. I'm not a politician. I mean, I'm running for office, but I'm not a politician. This is about being more interested in people than yourself. What I find is I'm campaigning with some of these candidates, and I'm not saying it's all of them. It's obvious which ones it is. You'll see. Just listen to them. Listen to what they say. If they're not talking about you or we, and they're talking about I, what they did, they got to read this book. Okay? This is a book about being genuinely interested in other people, taking the time and consideration to say thank you, taking the time and consideration to remember, things about their lives and their children. Oh, you're a Sox fan. Oh, you're a Cubs fan. Little things. And this is what I do. So I highlight it. And I've been reading this book since I was in high school. It was shared with me by my dad and some of my uncles. This book everybody should be reading. This should be mandatory in junior high. It's a great book. It's a little thicker than The Richest Man in Babylon, but this book will, if you're in business, if you're in sales, if you are alone and you want to be around more people and have more meaningful relationships, this book will help you do that, will help everybody do that, because a lot of this stuff you should know, I should know, but you forget and you don't think about it. And Dale Carnegie and the Carnegie Institute, they teach classes on greatness and how to be a leader. And it starts with reading. I believe that readers are leaders for sure. Stella and I were just having this conversation yesterday. Readers are leaders. Stella is going to be reading many of these books and many of the books that are in my bookshelf down there all summer, as will Rocco and as will the other Dubiel kids. But this is book number 2 in the Save America Summer Reading Program. Every high school student should read this. And you can get it at celebrating 70 years in print. How to Win Friends and Influence People is book number 2 with the Richest Man in Babylon. Okay, these are skills and ideas that our kids aren't getting. Okay, final book, and then I'm going to say goodbye. I know this has been a while. So this is the final one. And this is a little heavy for most. This is more so for the adults. And this is for the people that are wondering what's going on with inflation. It's not Putin. It's not Ukraine. It's not even Biden. I mean, it is all those things indirectly, but it's the Federal Reserve. End the Fed by Ron Paul maps it out. We need to audit the Fed, and then we probably need to end the Fed. But before you can understand and appreciate what that means, you really have to soak this book in. My kids, except for Stella, have all read this. End the Fed. 3 books for the big boys and girls, okay? Richest Man in Babylon. By the way, I know it may seem like these are like business or money oriented, okay? But what is the biggest problem in our country right now? Money. What is the biggest issue and concern in our country right now? Money. What are we wasting the most of in our country right now? Money. What is availability and access and lifestyle in our country right now? Money. And where does the money come from? It always comes from people, relationships, your network. These are the books that the children of America and the world need to be reading. These and these. This is the stuff they should be teaching them in school. Instead, they're dividing them based on the color of their skin, by the level of melanin in their skin, or the background of their family, or their ethnicity. That's what they're doing in our school, or their sexual preference, or the sexual preference of a teacher, or ideology that has nothing to do with any of this. So we're focused in school on all the things that school isn't for. And we're not focused on all the things that school is for. So it's up to us to be our best educators. It's up to us to feed the garden of our children's mind and plant the right seeds for the right information. It's up to us to do it for ourselves and to be informed. I have so many more books I'd love to recommend, but at some point people are going to be like, what is your deal, man? You want to be a book reviewer, or do you want to represent us in the Senate? But I'm sharing this with you because it's summertime and the kids have a lot of time on their hands, and the adults, some of them have a lot of time on their hands. And we are going to keep having the same problems unless we start fixing some of the causes of the problems. And a lot of the causes of these problems are the money. My name is Matt Dubiel. I would love to give you one of these shirts. If you've helped us in any way already, just text me and we'll make arrangements for you to get one, 312-847-1987. If you'd like to help and you'd like to help us get more shirts for more people, or more signs for more people, or more stickers for more people, or more whatever for more people, that's what we use the money for. I'm not buying, fedora hats or anything. I purposefully slimmed down over these last few months so that I could fit into the suits that I already have. And so we're not using any money for that stuff. And so far, all the money we've used has been my money. And and it's been to the tune of thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars because it's not because I want to be a politician. It's not because I want to be a senator. It's because to me, it's like we're all on an airplane, and the pilot, in this case, our current senators, Tammy and Dick and Duck are flying the plane, and they've passed out at the wheel. And there's some other people that want to fly the plane, and I'm looking at them and I'm thinking to myself, that's not the guy. That's not the lady. That's not the guy. I can do it. I will fly this plane and I'll land it, and I'll make sure that we get to where we're going. And I'll make sure that I get on the radio and communicate the right things to the tower. And that's what I'm hoping to do for this race. I'm willing to spend money, and it's cost a lot of money. And it's not like we're the Rockefellers or the Pritzkers, or even the Griffins. We don't have billions. We don't even have millions. So all the thousands of dollars I'm spending, we're going to feel it. And even when we win, it's not like I'm going to be doing insider trading and book deals to get paid off. My plan is to go there, do the job, represent us there, represent us back home, and then get back home and tap somebody else, maybe you, on the shoulder, so that you can do it for the next run, and somebody else will do it for the next run, and somebody else will do it for the next run. It's become a little bit of a cliche, but lions are not here to wake up the sheep. We're here to wake up other lions. So I'm looking for other lions. If you're a lion and you're willing to get out there with us and help us out and spread the word and share info and donate your time, your talent, or your treasure in any way, shape, or form, we need the help, because one lion can't do it alone. All right, I'm going to go get my main cut. Thanks for watching this. Thanks for sharing this. Get these books. Get one of them for your kids. Little Red Hen is a great start, especially for the little ones. And I will see you at the forum Saturday at 10 a.m. in McHenry, or the forum today at 4 o'clock in Lake, or the event in West Dundee from noon. I think it's like noon to 4 at Garofalo Park. Garofalo, I'm saying it wrong. Let me look at it and say it the right way. It is Graffelman Park in West Dundee on Sunday. All right. Thanks for sharing this. Thanks for watching this. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Have a great week. Got to go get my hair did, and then off to Lake County to be involved in the forum. If you have questions and you can make it to that forum, I suggest you get there 4 o'clock. I think to 5 o'clock is the Senate portion tonight, and hope to see you there. Otherwise, I'll put it online for you to watch, dubiel4senate.com. Dubiel, Dubiel for Senate.com. And if you haven't already, text and get your shirt. We'll see you.